Hello and welcome to today's reading, which is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this new moon in Pisces, which we are having Sunday, February 23rd at 10:32 a.m. Or that's when the new moon peaks. In this reading, I will be using the Rider-Waite deck. The Affirmators deck by Knock Knock, and the Native Spirit deck by Denise Lynn. I will also be using my charms, fortunes from Fortune Cookies, and the little scraps of paper, which you can just barely see back here, are extra little details such as dimensions and colors and types of stones and different types of zodiac. Okay. What does Virgo need to know about this new moon? I'm going to move this here since you can't really see it that well as before. Any more messages for Virgo during this new moon? Okay. Interesting that a lot of these came out in this direction. Okay, so during this new moon, I feel like perhaps you feel as though there's a disconnect between your physical and your emotional and mental beings of yourself, those aspects of yourself. And I feel as though you feel this disconnect due to how steadfast things may seem spiritually versus how perhaps stagnant or dragging they may feel physically. But the problem isn't that you're not seeing something. The problem is that you're all too aware of what you are seeing. You are too focused on things, I feel, and perhaps you can step back from overanalyzing every little detail. I feel like perhaps you should just go forward a lot quicker and move quicker than you are. But you also have to remember that patience is a virtue. Something shouldn't be moved forward. If you feel like you should move fast, you should move fast. If you feel like you should just keep your patience and keep going, then you should keep doing that and keep going. I also feel like perhaps for some of you, if it feels like your relationships, if you're in a romantic relationship or any relationship, it could be, if it feels sort of rocky, perhaps this could be the end of a cycle, whether this be the end of the relationship, whether this end of the cycle be that you need to speak up about something and have a discussion about something that is important for the health of your relationship. Because it could just be the end of the cycle within your relationship and not of the relationship. I feel for others, perhaps you want a relationship and you're not in one, and you should go for it because you've done what needs to be done to work towards getting that relationship, and that you should start doing whatever you feel like you need to do to start getting into one if that's what you want. And I feel like if you have a job, perhaps you feel like you found it, but it's very hard. But if it is a hard job and you like your job, generally speaking, it's what you want to do in your life, even if it is very challenging, just keep working steadfast and hard, and you'll get where you want to go within your career position. Yeah, just keep going. You're going to get where you want to go. Also, if you can hear any squeak in the background, that's just the yoga ball I'm sitting against. Okay. A bonus card came out, which is very nice to see. Patience. Congratulations, you've been granted more patience. You may start using it right away, or much, much later. Waiting a long time is a sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading and you haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your life. Imagine how easy it will be to go to the post office. Such great patience. Have patience if that's what you need. And vitality. I'm healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with wealth. Okay, this is healthy, not wealth, but perhaps wealth too. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. Maybe if this picture brings something for you, it means something to you. Joy. To enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it'll make it way better. Today I will add joy to everything, really slather it on. Today I am the Orville Redenbacher of joy, and life's popcorn is about to get it. Clarity. Stopping to listen to my inner self, I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar, and the mental chatter is a confusing, bitter rind that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage, or compost heap if your mental chatter happens to be organic. When I see this orange, I think maybe citruses, maybe eat some citruses. Okay. Okay. We have offerings and warrior of the heart. offerings. Lovely, gorgeous picture. Card meaning. The universe is grateful for you. You are a gift to the world. Feel gratitude for everything in your life, even the things that don't seem perfect. Appreciation for everything flows through you in great bounty. Cherish the preciousness of life and everyone and everything around you, and thus you will be cherished. Your native spirit wants you to know. Every native culture throughout history has made offerings, often on a daily basis. Offerings were made to the sun, the earth, the plants, and animals, and to everything in creation. The offerings varied culture to culture, but they were always made with a feeling of extreme appreciation for the bounty of life. Gratitude was the secret to a joy-filled life. True thankfulness can work like modern-day alchemy in your life, yielding happiness and peace beyond imagination. And it's simple. Find what's good and wonderful in every moment. No matter what's happening around you, there's always something to be grateful for. Whatever you appreciate in life will grow. So discover what you're thankful for. Even the people and situations you found challenging, and watch miracles unfold. The journey. As a suggestion, make an offering to whatever nurtures your soul. If you're nurtured by a particular place in nature, for example, you might consider leaving some fruit at the base of a tree for the animals in the area to give thanks for the beauty that is there. Warrior of the Heart. Polar bear. If a polar bear means something to you. Card meaning. You have the radiant spirit of a warrior of the light. Be impeccable in all of your actions. No matter what others believe, the Creator always knows the truth. This isn't the time to be timid and pull back. Immense courage is filling you. Throw your shoulders back, step forward, and take a risk. Be willing to live life from your heart rather than your mind. Honor your truth. Speak up for yourself. Your native spirit wants you to know. The greatest native warriors weren't the ones who wounded the most people. They were those remarkable beings who had such personal power that enemies lay down their weapons rather than fight. There are times in life to step back and even times to walk away. But there are also times to stand up for yourself and those less advantaged. Don't allow yourself to be limited by your belief system. Courage doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. Fearless means just that. Fearless. Acknowledge that you're frightened and take action anyway. Face your anxiety and go beyond the boundaries of limited perceptions of yourself. Through your example, people find and act on their truth. You're a light bearer for others. The journey. List everything that you are afraid of. Then next to that list, write every reason why it's important to overcome that fear. In other words, what does that fear cost you? Then make a list of the various ways that you can overcome that fear. Definitely something that's important, and maybe make that list while you're being patient for things to happen in your life. And definitely take time to nurture yourself and think about nature and everything you're grateful for while you're growing to that point where things start happening, because you need that patience in your life right now, Virgo. Even if things seem very slow, things will happen. And for whatever reason, when I think of Virgo, and this doesn't always happen, but right now, very strongly, this entire reading, my brain just goes straight to Jenna Marbles. Maybe there's something there for you. Maybe watch some of her videos while you're being patient. Maybe you'll find something you need to see. She's got some great content. Maybe something will stand out to you. Maybe you'll be inspired to do something, even if it's really weird and random. Okay. Starting with the rings, I only got 2 of them. That's a very large one. That's missing one. little gem. I know it's in the bag somewhere though, but I doubt it comes out. It's probably too small. The small things don't come out very often other than like the letters. But occasionally beads, other than my letter beads, do come out. Got this horseshoe. Luck. Got luck on your side. We have charms. Okay, I think these are the only like charms I have in there, like what you'd find in a necklace. This gorgeous little cross and this yin yang. So maybe something is relationship wise, maybe it's inner, any kind of a duality and unity that's present definitely right now. Some form of unity. But this pigeon definitely sways me, along with the rings, because, I mean, they're both very casual rings, but they still mean commitment to me. Rings always mean commitment regardless of what kind of a commitment they are. Oh yeah, the bra, the golden bra pin. To me, maybe you need a new bra, maybe you want some new lingerie. Maybe, for me, a lot of times it just means women's health. Whatever that means to you. Maybe you need to go see your OB. Or maybe it's just a general practitioner you need to go see. If you are a woman, it just means, to me, like women's health, or maybe bras. Sometimes it just means bras. A key. A gorgeous skeleton key. I have no idea what it goes to. A Canadian quarter. Maybe you're going to visit Canada. This giraffe. Little baby giraffe. Giraffes, zoos, maybe zoos. This little has her tails pinned, but this also has, I forget the names of these Pokemon. If you play the game, you know it's like just a toss, heads or tails, but that's also duality, but this coin has two of them. And I haven't seen this one come out very often. Normally I get my blue and red ones. But sometimes I get both of them, but this one has straight up duality on both of them, which makes me think of the yin yang, because it is also a black and white matter with these Pokemon. And then I got this one. This is a big charm thing, graduation. Maybe you're graduating, maybe red and blue means something to you, or high school. High school means something, maybe a Bourbon Street. Street signs, maybe like drinking, or a thing that you put your drinks in, a bucket of sorts. Maybe that means something to you. And as for letters, only one came out. Normally, way more than one comes out. I did get this one, but this is like one of the broken ones that just, it's not broken, but it's one of like the connector pieces that just ends up in the bag anyway. I got them from the dollar store. And this is the letter S, if letter S means something to you. Now for the fortunes. Ooh, Virgo got 3. I mean, for the new moon, most people are getting, most signs at least, are getting 2. But this time, y'all got 3. Okay, so this first one says you have the ability to sense and know higher truth. Your lucky numbers are 9, 10, 35, 29, 33, and 11. 33 and 11 got those double numbers. Really important. And if you're interested in learning Chinese, it's South is Nan, or however it's truthfully pronounced. But South may mean something. The next fortune is, if you can shape it in your mind, you will find it in your life. That may be part of the patience. Manifestation can take a lot of time. The lucky numbers are 40, 2, 11, got another 11, 11, 11, 19, 20, and 25. But like, yes, 11, 11, 2 11s. This next fortune says, those who walk in others' tracks leave no footprints. Make your own path. The lucky Chinese. Not the lucky Chinese. Oh, I mixed them up. You see what I did there? Learn Chinese and lucky numbers. Okay. Your lucky numbers are 9, 45, 2, 42, 29, and 34. Good numbers. You got another 2 down there on one of them. Yeah, I think that's the only number repeated. And if you're interested in learning Chinese, beer, maybe you want some beer. Drink a beer. If you're old enough for that. Wherever you live. Because I know drinking age is different in many places. Piu? I'm not quite sure. Maybe that's how it's pronounced. If you know how it's pronounced, any of these things, how they're actually pronounced, regardless of the spelling it gives you on there, I know, like, Z sounds not like a Z in English. It's more of a Z sound. That's all I really know. But, like, if you know a better, romanization of how it's said, do tell. Okay. Okay. We have the letter Y, the letter L, the letter X, and the letter V. We also have June. Maybe something's going to happen in June. Maybe something did happen in June. Maybe someone is named June. Maybe you want some smoked topaz. Or maybe you want some cloudstone. Your throat chakra may be an important place to work with. Tiger eye, maybe you want some of that on you. July. June, July. Important time for you, perhaps. The number 6. Which I don't see on those, but number 6 can be important. Malachite. A hawthorn, which is a tree. Iron tiger. Neptune, maybe focus on your Neptune, see what's going on in Neptune in your chart. See how that's affecting you. Rooster. Year of the rooster, maybe an actual rooster. And rose, alabaster. Okay. That is all that has come out for you today, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you resonated with it. And if you resonated, please let me know how you resonated. I'd love to hear that. All readers love to hear how you've resonated. It makes us feel more certain in our craft. If you are interested in any other new moon readings, which I am putting out, go ahead and subscribe or look for those. Some of them are already out. Same goes for full moon readings, because I do those too. If you want to look out for the next full moon, go ahead and subscribe. Also do that if you're interested in looking at the twin flame readings. I'm going to start putting out one for Divine Feminine and one for Divine Masculine weekly. So I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching this video.